Morning, everyone. You know, whenever I go around the country, including my own district, I hear the same question: where are the jobs? Once again this week, House Republicans continue our focus on the number one issue in the country, and that's jobs in the economy. The American people are concerned about this issue, and our priorities will continue to be the priorities of the American people. Since the beginning of this Congress, nearly 40 jobs bills have remained stalled in the Democrat-controlled Senate. That's nearly 40 bills that would improve education and build a stronger economy, promote innovation. It's 40 bills that would ease harmful regulations on small businesses, promote opportunities for veterans, and create sustained economic growth. Yet, they still sit there gathering dust because Senate Democrats are more worried about losing their majority than the American people are, who are losing their jobs. This is the Skills Act, right here. Sitting over in the United States Senate would help provide skills to the American people for jobs that are out there in America, yet Senate Democrats won't bring it up for a vote. This is the Working Families Flexibility Act. A bill that came through the House would provide flexibility for men and women in the workplace. It would help our economy, yet it continues to sit in the Democrat Senate. And here's a bipartisan bill on the Keystone Pipeline. Create 20,000 jobs, 116,000 indirect jobs, and yet continues to be blocked over in the United States Senate. Why? Because just a sheer lack of courage. Yesterday, Secretary Kerry called on the Western Hemisphere countries to gather together to increase regional economic cooperation. And with all due respect, I think it takes some audacity to call for greater cooperation amongst nations on the economy when they won't even focus on the jobs issues that we've got right here in America that need to be resolved. This week, we're going to pass two more jobs bills. One will make the research and development tax credit permanent, providing more investment in our economy. The other expands access to charter schools because we all know that a good education is the key to getting ahead in this economy. This new normal of slow economic growth, stagnant wages, and too few jobs is unacceptable. President Obama ought to call on Senate Democrats to pass this bill so we can finally stop hearing the question, where are the jobs?
Speaker Boehner, 4 Americans died in Benghazi. Should the NRCC fundraise off of your efforts with the Select Committee?
Our focus is on getting the answers to those families who lost their loved ones, period.
But should the NRCC, they're fundraising off of it right now. Is that a wise thing to do?
Our focus is getting the truth for these 4 families and for the American people.
But the campaign committee, which you are very involved in, is fundraising off of this. Why is that happening?
Our focus is on getting the truth for the American people and these 4 families.
Mr. Speaker, if that's the case, then will you bend to some of the Democrats' demands on the way that the committee is structured to make it even more clear that it is not going to be a circus or political, because they're concerned that the Republicans just have too much power and Democrats will get shut out and it will be political?
I had a conversation with the minority leader yesterday and made clear that this is a serious investigation. That we wanted to work together to get to the truth. I think the 7-5 split is eminently fair, frankly fairer than her global warming committee that she set up.
But if I may, it's not, from their perspective, it's not so much about the ratio, it's about the power that the Democrats have or don't have from their perspective.
Ms. Pelosi and I had a conversation about how the committee would operate. There are further conversations that are continuing on that issue.
Speaker Boehner, do you have a response to the president's global warming report that was put out yesterday?
No, but listen, I'm not going to get into a debate over the science here. It just strikes me that every proposal that Democrats have to deal with the issue of climate change would kill jobs in America. The American people are still asking the question, where are the jobs? And if they're serious about dealing with this issue, why can't they begin to look at this in a way that won't kill jobs in our country?
Speaker Boehner.
Mr. Speaker, the President has dispatched law enforcement and some military personnel to Nigeria to try to help rescue these girls here. Is that enough, and is there danger in doing this? We think back to episodes like Black Hawk Down and how we can get caught into some of these, fights in strange places.
Well, clearly, there's danger whenever we send troops almost any place in the world. But I do think that the President's taken the right step here to work with our allies and to try to do everything we can to get these girls back to their families in a safe way.
Mr. Speaker, one of the sticking point that remains in the award at conference is this ocean endowment proposal that's in the Senate bill. And I understand that the Senate is awaiting an answer from the House on this. How
That
should
would
this
not
be resolved?
that would not be the case. There was an offer made to the Senate. They're considering it, and we're hoping they'll get back. Maybe you'll learn the rules, and then I'll call on you.
Thank you, sir. What is your evaluation of Secretary Shinseki in view of the problems at the VA, and do you have confidence that he can solve or get to the bottom?
Well, I'm not ready to join the chorus of people calling for him to step down. The problems at the VA are systemic. It's the backlog. It's the preventable deaths that have occurred within their system. There's a systemic management issue throughout the VA that needs to be addressed. And I don't believe that just changing someone at the top is going to actually get to the solutions that many of us are looking for. We're working on the VA accountability bill that would allow the secretary more discretion when it comes to firing managers that aren't getting the job done.
Mr. Speaker, back on the Benghazi Select Committee, do you expect the Democrats to boycott this, and will you use the power to maybe appoint some Democrats yourself?
This is a serious effort to get to the truth, and I would hope that my colleagues across the aisle would see it in the same way I do and appoint members to serve.
Speaker, can you talk about how involved you plan to be in monitoring the Select Committee's investigation and progress, or are you simply handing this over to Chairman Gowdy and then you'll check in periodically? And just secondarily, can we expect you to publicize the appointments you are going to make today after the vote is held to create?
I don't think we're ready to make that announcement today, but I would hope in the near future. And like any part of our conference, yes, there are committees involved, but I tend to work with all of our committee chairs, and I expect I'll do that here. Thanks.